If you live in an old house and you're curious about its history, but you don't want to spend hours diving into the archives, you don't have time for it, I'm going to give you 9 quick and easy ways to find out some information on the history of your house. Each of these things take about 5 to 15 minutes. I'm Jen with Everyday Old House, and in a past career, I researched over 100 commercial properties.
First up, Zillow. While it won't provide a significant amount of historic information on your property, it's a great place to get a baseline. Get basic information such as your home's construction date, architectural style, lot, and building square footage. Second is emailing your municipality's historical society and historical commission. These are the folks in your town that know local history, and you might hit a gold mine. To be helpful, when you do email, make sure you send a photo. Number 3, historic aerials. I love photos, and luckily there are several aerial photography databases taken of homes over the decades in the United States. I've been able to find aerials as far back as the 1930s and every decade after that for a house. That's over 70 years of old aerial photos. Now, I've found that 2 databases are the easiest and most accessible. 1, historic aerials, and 2, vintage aerials. I'll add links below for tutorials on how to use those databases. Number 4, interview your neighbors. If you live in a neighborhood with a bunch of old houses, chances are one of your neighbors has lived there for a significant period of time. And that neighbor might be the perfect person to divulge how your neighborhood has changed over the years and maybe give you who lived in your house, what paint colors your house used to be, all some great details about the history of your house. Back in the early 1900s, cameras became commercially available to the general population. And as we know, with technology, it quickly becomes popular. People would snap photos of various places, including their homes or even themselves in front of their homes, convert them to postcards, and send them to friends and family. To look for a postcard, just do a quick search of your town on eBay or check your local antique store. Next up, home inspection. Back when you bought your house, you likely had a home inspection, which came with a written report. And depending on your home inspector, he or she could have provided details on the history of your house, like observations of a past renovation or a remodel. Now, number 7 is admittedly a bit gloomy, but there is a website called diedinhouse.com that for a small fee will pull information from over 130 million police records, death certificates, and news reports. And they will give you info on who has died in your house or any criminal activity. Number 8, the National Register of Historic Places. If your home is over 50 years old, there is a chance it's been officially registered as historic on a registry. Now, registries can exist on the local and state level, but the easiest list to check is the federal one. I'll leave a link to that below. And last but not least is number 9, ask a realtor. A bit like interviewing the neighbors, but instead a realtor. Either the realtor you bought the house from or maybe a well-known, well-established realtor in your area who might have some stories to share.
So that's it, 9 easy and fast ways to get a snapshot of the history of your house. Stay tuned, I'll be making more videos. Hopefully my videos will get better as I learn more and more technical stuff. So subscribe and stay tuned.